Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. To end today, I'll be ranking every single boss of Sonic Adventure 2 from worst to best. Let's get into it. These are the Sonic Adventure 2 bosses ranked from worst to best. Starting dead last is number 12, Knuckles vs. Rouge. It's a pretty lackluster fight. I mean, the arena is way too big. Hitting your opponent is hard in two simple ways. It's hard to land attack from above, even when you're protecting it correctly. And your opponent doesn't give you enough time to land a hit because they're always the first one to land their attacks first, and it's usually pretty accurate. So overall, this boss is honestly the worst boss in the game. And given... yeah, that's it. It's just terrible. Number 11, Tails vs. Eggman, Phase 1. Yeah, the other one was too long. This one is way too short. You could just beat this in, what, under 30 seconds? All you do is just spam the same button over and over, and you can beat it, so easily. Honestly, this fight between Tails and Eggman is a big letdown. It may be short, but it's very unsatisfying. Number 10, Tails vs. Eggman Phase 2. It may be better than the first fight, but it is not exactly the best either. Okay, there is a little bit of effort, as there's a bomb in the middle of the room that can explode when you hit it, and they shoot off their lasers. So that's pretty much the best part of the boss. There is nothing else, but it's better than the other two. But not by much. Number 9, Eggman vs. Egg Golem. Yeah, it's not exactly great. I mean, all you'd pretty much do is just aim for the bombs in the golem's body and shoot it off, while also dodging his accurate attacks. Yeah, it's a pretty slow boss to pass, but it's not exactly great. I mean, it is slightly better, but not by much. Number 8, Bigfoot and Hotshot. Why am I lumping the both of them together? Because it's the exact same boss. I mean, there's no difference in any of them whatsoever. But it is the first boss of each of the two stories, so it is given a little bit of leeway, but Bigfoot is kind of a letdown given what came before it. City Escape being a great level, but Bigfoot being a big letdown on first boss. But it is easy, so I'll give it a little leeway. As for Shadow, it honestly exists just to show how powerful Shadow is as a character. Honestly, Hotshot isn't the greatest either. So overall, I'm climbing the two together because it's the exact same boss. It's just to show off. That's it. It's a lackluster follow-up to a great level for Sonic, and Hotshot is pretty much to show how powerful Shadow is. They're both lackluster, it's the exact same boss, moving on. Number 7, King Boom Bo. Yeah, if you watched my speed level ranking, or just the levels overall in the video, you know that I hate ghosts that won't annoy you, that won't leave you alone. King Boom Boo is no exception. Okay, he's a boss, so he gets a little bit of a pass, but it's not to say it's not a great boss. I mean, for one, he can only chase you down, or or just fire off just to fire off flames. And even though I do kind of like the whole sunlight can actually trap stop him thing, it's still a pretty lackluster boss. Knuckles even said it himself. What a hassle. Number 6, Flying Dog. It may be the same as Bigfoot and Hotshot, but at least there's some effort put into this one. I mean, for one, it drives the story for Rouge. She's trying to escape with the Chaos Emeralds and the disc is in the way. Oh yeah, and also the timer. The timer counting down. So it adds a little bit more intensity. I mean, all you have to do is climb up the grate, fly, and then straight down dive into the enemy. But that's pretty much what it's going for. Honestly, as a boss itself, it's competent enough. But it is better than the two bosses that came before it. Number 5, Sonic vs. Egg Golem. It's the better version of Eggman's fight with this thing afterwards. I mean, it's straightforward enough. It's doesn't take too long, and it doesn't bore you in any way. It's just standard. I mean, I like the idea. It does add to Sonic's speed, and the music's good, and the music's alright. But that's pretty much it. It's alright. But there are 4 other bosses that are great, and I can't wait to talk about them. Number 4, Bio Lizard. Now we're getting into the good bosses, and this one is no exception. I mean, the atmosphere is amazing. Shadow kicks butt as he takes down the Bio Lizard by grinding on the vines attached to his body, jumping on the pink orbs, which is actually the worst part of this boss and why it's in ranked higher. And what can I say about the song supporting me? It has gotta be an awesome song to play for such a boss like this one. And it's not hard to see why. Honestly, give Supporting Me a chance to listen to. Supporting Me is just a great song for a boss like this. And I do like Shadow's add-on to the Cannon's Core level. He doesn't get a segment in Cannon's Core, by the way, but he does get the Bio Lizard as a treat. And honestly, that's just perfect. Honestly, if the pink ores were a little bit fixed better, this could have been ranked higher, but also a really good boss. Thank God they fixed that problem in Sonic and Shadow Generations. Honestly, that was a great fight. Thank you for fixing that. Honestly, it's just a great boss overall. Number 3, Sonic vs. Shadow Phase 1. Yeah, this was a fun fight. Honestly, the cutscenes leading up to this and after it, leading up to this fight and the one after it are honestly fantastic. Honestly, the cutscene before this fight is very memorable. Honestly, I give that one a watch. This is just a great fight overall. It's quick, straight to the point, and it's just 2 hedgehogs battling it out. White Jungle is a great lead up to this, and Green Forest is a great ending from this fight. Honestly, this was a fun fight. Number 2, Sonic vs. Shadow Phase 2. Yeah, this was a much better fight. The music, the atmosphere, the cinematography, and overall just the fight itself. It's pretty much a race to see who's the faster hedgehog, and trying to kick each other's butts. Honestly, the music building up the intensity, and the ground giving away every time one of you gets hit is a great add-on to give to the suspense. I mean, this is the final fight in each of their stories leading up to the actual last story. It's a great way. So pretty much, if you're playing as Sonic and you win, the heroes win. If you're playing as Shadow, the heroes lose and the villains win. Honestly, it's a great sender, and I'm glad it's given the respect it deserves in Sonic Generations. Yes, both the original and the remastered version. Honestly, I gotta say, this was a great fight. But there is one that is even better. Can you guess what it is? Well, let's find out. And the number one best boss in the game is the Final Hazard. Is there really nothing else? Honestly, what else is there to say about the Final Hazard? The atmosphere, the cinematography, the fight itself is fantastic. Yeah, the lasers and the orbs can be a bit annoying, but it's the final boss. There has to be some difficulty. And using Sonic and Shadow in their super forms is such an awesome idea. And pretty much, they're both used to the best of their ability. And I love the way it sets up the final fight. You've got 5 minutes to beat this thing, otherwise Earth is doomed. And I love the intensity. But the best part of this fight is Live and Learn. Oh my god. Live and Learn is amazing! Live and Learn is such an iconic song. And it makes this fight one of the most fun. It kicks ass. The music is fantastic. The lyrics are great. Crush 40 is such a great band. And songs like this and What I'm Made Of is the reason why. Honestly, Live and Learn is such an awesome song. And the reason why this is ranked as my favorite boss. And I consider the Final Hazard the number one best boss in Sonic Adventure 2. Period. So, that's my ranking of the Sonic Adventure 2 bosses from worst to best. Tomorrow I'll be reviewing the whole game. What I like about the game, what I hate about the game, and the mixed stuff in between. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.